All right, so I have my design drawn out on my piece of paper. I have a 3-inch square of Arches 100% cotton cold pressed paper. Like I said, Patreon members get the traceable. Really just kind of just draw a simple basket shape. Let me show you real quick. Think about a straight line here, and then you're gonna kind of go down here and curve it a little bit, and there's your basket, and there's your handle, right? I know you guys can draw this, but then you think about the fabric on it. Maybe come up here a little bit and go like this and wiggle. And then just draw the apples, right? If you just want to draw circles, that might be easier for you, but you can have the indentation coming down and then the little stems. And that's how you draw the basket. And the rest of it we just paint. So here we go again. Putting the little basket there. So I'm gonna get my paints ready to go. It's so tiny that I might actually use a tiny brush, right? Sometimes I don't really use a tiny brush, sometimes I do. I can still use a 12 on this, or even an 8 long round. It's long. I want a rounder brush, right? So I'm gonna grab my 12 Aqua Lead Series brush. I know it's kind of big. I might also use a 4 round Velvet Touch Series brush as well. I might just erase a little bit of these dark lines that we see here. I don't want if it's super dark pencil lines. Okay, for the lovely apples, they could be red apples or yellow, green apples. Grab some cadmium yellow deep, cadmium red light, and this wonderful color called Pyrol Rubin. And, you know, if you want a Macintosh apple, just take a little bit of Prussian blue and mix with your yellow to get a nice green for your Macintosh color. All right, so if you want just a simple apple color, I'm going to grab the Pyrol Rubin and start just putting it on my apple. Just filling the color in. I'll leave a little white for just a little highlight there. I might do one here, another red delicious type of apple. Can leave a little highlight on the side there. And we could do green apples, right? We could do red, yellow, green. But if it's Macintosh season, let's do some green ones, green, red. So you can kind of just put some green around like this. Or I might just make this one back here a green apple. We just put some little dots. I'll clean up my brush and I'll grab the red, kind of bleed around that for the Macintosh. And a yellow one being kind of nice too, but I think I'm going to keep them mostly red. I'm mixing my 2 reds, cadmium red light, cadmium, the Pyrol Rubin. So it's a little red, a lighter red, you know, because this could be Cortland apples and, you know, all different color apples. We'll put a yellow one in there too. Yellowish one in the front. Leave a little white there. I like a big brush, just makes it a lot easier. It looks a little bit orange. I might go back and add some Pyrol Rubin and make it more red again. Reddish. I can make it darker too. So for the actual basket, I'm going to use burnt umber. I got too much water on my brush. If you have too much water, just squeeze out the end. There we go. Consistency. It's almost like tea here. And put that first wash right down here in the basket. Grabbing a little bit more water. Just fill it all in. We'll start to add in the details in a bit. We have to fill this all in and let it dry. For the actual blanket or the cloth that goes in it, we're going to do a gingham red. So you're just basically going to do Pyrol Rubin. We're going to just dilute it so it's a tea coffee consistency. And we're just going to take our brush and go down and wiggle some lines. Make them the same thickness. You want them kind of going out and down this way so it looks like the fabric is moving. See, I'm kind of wiggling some of them. and then you have to let it dry. Then we're going to cross over it, and then the cross area should get a little bit darker, just like gingham would be. So we did our line. I let it dry a little bit, and then we're going to come back over and wiggle and cross over that line. And we have our cute little gingham. After this dries, we're going to go into all those little teeny squares and make it even darker. Now, if your apples seem too light, you can go back in and add some more color. I'm going back in, grabbing my pyrol Rubin, getting this much darker here. This one is the Macintosh, so I'm not going to get super dark on that one. Go back here and get this even darker, and then I'll probably put even another color again to get it even darker. For the green, just going to get a little bit darker green. I could put some of that right behind here for the little shadow. By the way, you can use red or green in your apples for the shadow because it's the complementary color. So if I put a little green in here on my red, next to where the basket fabric is, now it just looks like a green blob. I'm going to dilute it a little bit more. And it comes out to be more of a shadow. I'll let that dry, or I can just go in here with my red. Just kind of fill this in. We want them to look a little bit three-dimensional, even though this is super tiny. We're going to get a little bit closer and add some more dimension to that. So I'm going to go back with my burnt umber. Going to make some little lines going down and crossing for the basket. So it's down, cross, 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 down, cross, cross. Kind of like a little curved in the bottom. Cross, cross. A little chunky basket. Gonna get a little thicker with the paint. And then I'm gonna take my brush and just kind of curve these diagonal lines up on the other part of the handle here. So that's kind of curve and diagonal as they go along with the basket. I might just go in a little bit here and grab a darker brown, little burnt umber, little Paynes gray. My brush is still too wet. Okay. I'm just going to tap where they kind of meet here in the center of those little two lines, and it will look a little bit more realistic. See, as it gets a little bit darker, a little bit more realistic, you can kind of tap on the bottom too. And the basket gets a little bit more realistic looking. You can add some more value up in here on the handle. Ta-da! Now I'm going to switch to my tinier brush. Yes, I don't really use a 4 that much, but I'm going to. I'm going to grab my pyrol Rubin, hardly any water, and go into those little squares. Remember I talked about this? It just enhances the gingham. Because when you fabric, when they cross over in the threads, it makes it darker. And I'm going to go back in here and just punch up my apples a little bit. Get them a little darker. I'll get them even darker still. I can add the stem. So here is the burnt umber. I'll add a little Paynes gray to that. A bit darker. Little stems here. We can add some leaves on those too. So we got this darker brown. I'm going to go back under those little curves I made, those little lines on the basket. So it gets a little bit more three-dimensional. This is how it gets a little bit darker. Again, same thing on this. I can go under those little scoops that I made before. And the little line going down. It just gets a little bit more realistic that way. Okay. We can water this down a little bit. I'll tap my paper towel and get a little bit darker on the edges and under this little blanket thing, this gingham fabric. Gets a little bit darker, a little bit realistic. And the last thing we're going to do is grab some ultramarine blue deep. Let's remove this. ultramarine blue deep and burnt sienna. Make a nice great gray. And add a little bit more blue. It's a perfect gray to play around with. I'm going to use this in between our little apples. So that one comes three-dimensional. Just getting a little bit more technical here. All right, this guy's behind this one. You can dilute it. Just adding the shadows. Green apple. I'm going to punch up my green apple a little bit. And a shadow here on this apple. And I'll add more color to that one too. So it just adds the shadow so they look a little bit cuter and three-dimensional. There was the green on this one, but we're going to put that lovely color here. And we can use the same color, kind of making a shadow color, a little bit more blue, on the fabric. Like here, kind of wiggling this. So it looks like it's creased. And then use it again underneath the basket here for a shadow under the basket. It just makes it a little bit look more three-dimensional and really cute. Lastly, I'll take the brush, I'll go back with my pyrol Rubin. I think on this one, I'm going to grab more like bright green. There's the yellow, Prussian blue, get that brighter green. It kind of got diluted. I'll go back in here and fill this in for the Macintosh, and a little bit brighter green for this apple back here. Could add a little green to the other ones too. And we have our cute little basket. It could be sitting there floating, or you can put a little shadow on the side here. I'm going to go on the bottom and go like this. And we have our little basket. Again, could take this shadow color, go into here a little bit. And there is our sweet little painting of a shadow, excuse me, of a of a basket of apples. I might go back in and add just a little bit darker green, the last thing, for maybe a little leaf here. Leaf or two, kind of coming off the stem, making it a little bit more interesting. Isn't that sweet? Super sweet little basket of apples. Perfect for this season. So I hope you enjoyed painting this tiny little basket of apples. So cute, so fun. If you're a Patreon member, you get the additional tutorial, which is the apples on the books and the traceable that go with both of these. If you want to be a Patreon member, click the link in the description box below to join my Patreon, where you get extras, all kinds of goodies, exclusive tutorials that are not on YouTube, longer, about an hour long, traceable and photograph that goes with that. And you're supporting my free content here on YouTube, which I really appreciate. It helps keep me afloat. And I really appreciate it. So if you've been watching my stuff for a long time and you want to just up it a notch, please consider joining my Patreon. It really will help a lot. I'll give you a lot more stuff over there than you will you get on here on YouTube. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon.